Hi guys. So I want to come on and talk about ascending and how I keep going, how I keep reaching the next level. Whether you call that a timeline jump or negative timelines collapsing or ascension or spiritual growth, whatever you want to call it. I think I spend a lot of time absorbing information from every source I can find and taking what resonates. And that's an important part of this. But I want to switch over and talk about just like the feeling stage of this, because you are feeling your way through this the entire time and being your way through it and knowing your way through it and reaching new levels of understanding who and what you are, coming back to truth, remembering your beingness, your humanity, and seeing how basically from the point of birth we have all been just forgetting and being programmed and stuck in inherited karmic patterns from trauma, all these things in our DNA. And part of the research is understanding that and understanding how how literally the galactic energy coming in a variety of ways is responsible for that upgrade. But to put all of that aside, because that is something that we all do on our own, I really want to talk about just how it feels. And what it feels like is waking up one day over and over and over again, where you wake up and you are not the same person that you were yesterday, but you're more you. So it's not like you've changed from being you. It's that like you have shed something that wasn't you. And now you have found yourself and your authenticity and your beingness, your own light, your own love in this unbelievably beautiful, blissful way, and you can feel it. And feeling it is the number one thing you have to do. I have some meditations and a really good friend who helped me with them, with opening your heart chakra, that I can recommend to people. If you feel like you just can't feel into your heart, send me a message literally right now and I'll send you his info and that meditation. There's a meditation I did almost every day for a month to just expand and feel and expand and feel. That's a really big part of it. And if you're stuck in your head all day, you're not going to feel the change. There is a shift where you have to make sure you're tuning in and feeling from your heart into who you are and what is around you and what is happening and what is true, and your authenticity and your self, your love, God. You have to get there. And, it can be through meditation. Meditation can be music. It can be looking at a candle, or it can be drawing. I should show you guys a drawing I did in school where I literally drew lines on like an 8-foot by 8-foot area to make it look like a tree. Like, drawing lines is meditation. Whatever it is that makes you feel into your heart, take note of that and keep doing it as often as you can. Sit in nature. I don't know. What is it for you? Because it's so, so, so important that we get into our hearts and feel what these changes are feeling like, and realize that now you're a new person, and it starts to slowly expand out into your entire beingness, and you start to act different, and you grow out of your relationships. You grow out of yourself, and that's good. You grow out of your habits. Every time you heal something. Sorry, I just woke up, so I'm a little... you grow out of things that you used to use as coping mechanisms. You grow out of things you used to think that were real, things you used to want, obligations, things that you thought you had to do because you are a woman, because you are a mom, because you are a teacher, because you are an American, because you are married. You just, certain things, they're not you anymore. And there is nothing more beautiful and blissful than the feeling of being you and knowing you and knowing that what you're aligned with is all there is. So there's no dissonance at a certain point. You just know that what you are is all there is, and nothing can move you. You're solid when you're there. Like, it doesn't matter who you think you are, the roles that you've played for people in your life. It doesn't matter, because you know. Nothing matters. That's the truth. And with these jumps, I'm going to post a song, and I don't talk about the songs, I always forget. Listen to the song and think about how who you are now, you have always been in all your previous versions of yourself. When you were a child going through whatever it was you were going through, you were this that you are now, and you apply it. That's how it sort of helps with all the different healing and karmic things. I mean, things like come up in cycles, and I can't even get into them all right now because I don't know you, and I have gone through so many different healing. Like, I've recently had to do a lot of healing that got me to this next level, and I have people around me. You have people around you. I'm one of the people around you. Get support when you need to get past something or when there's still something left. And that support comes to you through your own resonance and your own knowing, and you just find people. Back in March when I took off on, I was seeking up until that point, but I took off and really started to find other people that were going through this with me. You have to do that too. We're all in this together. That's why I'm here, is to help you, and you're here to help someone. That's how it works. But so I can't say what's going to be for you. Healing trauma, healing patterns, that's going to be a story. But from a feeling point of view, a big part of that is just realizing that who you are now, this new level, you apply that person to all those other versions, knowing I was this when I was going through that. I was this when I was in a relationship with that person. I was this still underneath all the layers that needed to be shed, all the things that needed to be let go, all of the patterns, all of the trauma, all of the hurt, all of the programs, all of the things that we're bombarded with on this planet. There are things holding us here, holding us down. But underneath all of those things, you have always been this. And you apply that knowing, that feeling, to the entire path of your life that you've walked, knowing that in those moments you were walking here. Every time that you suffered, you were walking towards yourself. Every time. And when you're in that state, in your heart, and you can apply that knowing to all those fragmented pieces of yourself, you really bring them back, and you feel so whole and so much like you are complete and full and in love with yourself. And that's a really big, important part of this as well. It's, you are the whole world. You are. We all are. We're all each other, and we're all everything. And we always have been. And applying that knowing through a feeling place, like I said, so important to open your heart and be able to feel it, to feel who you are becoming. and just relish in it and bring it to all of the wounded parts of yourself and love yourself from that place. So I'm going to post a song about that I listened to on a walk this morning that just brought all the pieces back and just made me feel so full and whole and in love. And that's what we're looking for. So I love you guys, and hi to all of my new family that is adding me now. I am so thrilled that you guys are coming. So I love you.